Welcome back to another episode of Explore Taiwan. I'm your host, Alex.
And I'm Sophia. We are absolutely thrilled to have you here with us today. If you're an Asian listener looking to level up your natural conversational English, or an expat trying to figure out where your next weekend getaway should be, you have stumbled upon the perfect episode.
Oh, definitely. Honestly, today's destination is one of my absolute favorite places in the entire world. It's warm, it's beautiful, and it's practically brimming with unique island culture. We are talking about none other than Xiaoliuqiu, also known as Lamay Island.
Oh, Xiaoliuqiu. Just hearing the name makes me want to pack my bags right now, hop on a ferry, and completely disappear for a week. Well, I mean, who wouldn't want to hang out on Taiwan's only large coral reef island?
Exactly. It's entirely made of coral reef, which makes its landscape and ecology completely different from the main island of Taiwan. And before we dive deep into the crystal clear water, let's talk about the name itself for our English learners. Sophia, when I say a place is brimming with culture, what does that actually mean?
Oh, that's a great vocabulary word. Brimming comes from the word brim, which is the very top edge of a cup or a glass. So, if a glass is full to the absolute top, it's brimming. When Alex says Xiaoliuqiu is brimming with culture, it means it is completely full of it, overflowing with fascinating customs and history.
Nice explanation. And honestly, the first thing most people think of when they hear Xiaoliuqiu is something green, majestic, and extremely ancient. Can you guess what it is?
Well, I mean, unless you've been living under a literal rock, everyone knows Xiaoliuqiu is world famous for its green sea turtles. The density of sea turtles there is just insanely high. It's actually one of the few places in the world where you are almost guaranteed to see them just swimming casually next to you.
Oh, totally. You can go snorkeling, scuba diving, or even try SUP, which stands for stand-up paddleboarding, for those who don't know. Or you can rent a transparent canoe, which is basically a see-through kayak where you can look straight down into the water. It's like having a giant magnifying glass over the ocean.
Wait, a transparent canoe? Alex, did you actually try that? Because knowing how clumsy you are, I can totally picture you tipping over and scaring the poor turtles away.
Hey, I'll have you know my balance is impeccable. Thank you very much. But seriously, the turtles are so used to humans that they just do their own thing, eating seagrass. But a quick tip for our listeners: never, ever touch them. There is a massive fine if you do. In English, we call this a hands-off policy. It means you can look, you can admire, but you absolutely cannot touch.
Yes, please protect our marine friends. And if you're wondering where the best spots are to catch a glimpse of these beautiful creatures, you definitely want to check out Vase Rock, Beauty Cave, and Lobster Cave. These are the ultimate hotspots for turtle spotting.
Let's break down those names a bit. Vase Rock is probably the most famous landmark on the whole island. In Chinese, it's called Huapingyan. It's this massive sea-eroded rock that looks like a giant flower vase. Sophia, why does it look like a vase?
Well, it's all because of geologic forces. Over thousands of years, the crust of the earth lifted, and the lower part of the rock was constantly bashed by the ocean waves, causing differential erosion. That's a slightly technical term, but erosion means the gradual wearing away of rock or soil by wind and water. Because the bottom was eroded faster than the top, it created this iconic big head, skinny body shape that looks exactly like a vase. Plus, there is vegetation growing on top, which looks like flowers or plants coming out of the vase.
It's nature's own artwork, honestly. And right near it, you have Beauty Cave and Lobster Cave. Speaking of caves, Xiaoliuqiu is basically a paradise for anyone who loves exploring natural rock structures. They have what people call the 3 major coral reef scenic areas.
Oh, I love these. They're like natural geological mazes. The 3 areas are Beauty Cave, which we just mentioned, Black Dwarf Cave, and Wild Boar Trench.
Wait, hold on. Black Dwarf Cave? In Chinese, it's Wu Gui Dong. That sounds kind of spooky, doesn't it?
It definitely has a mysterious and somewhat dark historical background. It's a winding, narrow maze of coral reef caves. Walking through it can feel a bit claustrophobic, but it's incredibly thrilling. You sometimes have to squeeze through tiny gaps in the rocks. It gives off this heavy vibe of ancient legends and pirate lore.
Yeah, lore is a fantastic word, by the way. Lore. It refers to traditional knowledge, stories, or myths handed down through generations. So pirate lore means all those old mysterious stories about pirates hiding treasures or taking refuge in these caves. Now, if Black Dwarf Cave is dark and mysterious, Wild Boar Trench or Shanzugo is the exact opposite. It's incredibly poetic.
Oh, totally. Don't let the name fool you guys. You won't find wild boars chasing you around. It's actually a beautiful, shaded boardwalk trail surrounded by primitive tropical plants, massive banyan trees, and coral rock walls covered in lush ferns. When the sunlight filters through the leaves and creates these shifting patterns of light and shadow, honestly, it feels like you've stepped into a fantasy movie.
Poetic is truly the best word for it. And you know what else is poetic? The other rock formations on the island, like the Indian Head Rock and Guanyin Rock. They're located along the Hushi fringing reef area. If you look at Indian Head Rock from a certain angle, it looks exactly like the profile of a person with a thick, stylized hairstyle. And the Guanyin Rock looks like the goddess Guanyin standing there, hands put together in quiet meditation.
It's wild how much they resemble real figures. In English, when something looks like something else, we can say it resembles it, or it has a striking resemblance. Like, Alex, you kind of resemble a sea cucumber when you're napping on the beach.
Wow, harsh. A sea cucumber? I was aiming more for a majestic sea captain, but I guess I'll take what I can get. Speaking of strange sea creatures, you absolutely have to do an intertidal zone eco tour while you're there.
Yes. The intertidal zone, or Chaojiandai in Chinese, is the area of the shoreline that is exposed to the air at low tide and covered by water at high tide. You can't just wander out there alone, though. You need to go with a certified local guide. They will take you to spots like Duzai Ping or Shanfu Fishing Port.
It's like walking on a completely different planet. You can get up close and personal with sea urchins. Sea cucumbers, yes. My long-lost relatives, brittle stars, and all kinds of colorful tropical fish trapped in small tidal pools. Look like starfish, but have long, very flexible arms that move like snakes.
They are fascinating, but a little creepy if they crawl near your toes, honestly. But what I love most about the intertidal tour is learning how deeply the locals respect and protect this ecosystem. And that deep respect actually ties directly into the island's incredible human culture and spiritual beliefs.
Oh man, the culture in Xiaoliuqiu is so rich because historically, the people there relied entirely on ocean fishing to make a living. And when your life depends on the unpredictable, dangerous ocean, your faith becomes incredibly strong. That's why their religious ceremonies are on a completely different level compared to the main island of Taiwan.
Absolutely. The biggest event on the island, honestly, it's even bigger than Lunar New Year, is the King Boat Ceremony, or the Yingwang Festival. It happens only once every 3 years, which in English we describe as a triennial event. Triennial means occurring every 3 years. Mark my words, if you ever get a chance to witness this, you will never forget it.
It's organized by the Sanlong Temple, which is dedicated to the plague deities, or Wangye. During the festival, fishermen who are out on faraway oceans thousands of miles away, and young people who moved to the big cities for work, they all completely drop whatever they are doing and catch the boat back to Xiaoliuqiu. The whole island shuts down for a week just to celebrate and pray for peace.
The most jaw-dropping part has to be the Qing Shui, or inviting the gods ritual held at Zhonggao Beach. The beach is literally packed with thousands of people, elaborate palanquins, and traditional performance troupes. The sheer energy, the sound of gongs and firecrackers, and the absolute unity of the community. It gives you goosebumps. It shows this powerful community cohesion.
Cohesion is a beautiful word. C-O-H-E-S-I-O-N. It means the action or state of sticking together tightly. So, community cohesion means the strong bond that keeps a society or village unified. And you can see that cohesion every single day at Biyun Temple, which sits right in the center of the island.
Ah, Biyun Temple! That's where the islanders worship Guanyin Bodhisattva, whom they affectionately call Guanyin Ma, like a spiritual grandmother.
Right. Affectionately means showing fondness or love. They treat her like family. Whether it's a fisherman about to launch a new boat, a family choosing a wedding date, or just someone dealing with a personal dilemma, they go to Biyun Temple to draw divination straws and ask for her guidance. It's the ultimate spiritual anchor for the entire population.
Speaking of launching boats, did you know about their ancient shipbuilding and port culture? Back in the day, Xiaoliuqiu didn't have modern harbors. The island was full of bamboo, so the ancestors used to build bamboo rafts. They would live near these small, sandy inlets or bays called ao in Chinese, like Zhonggao or Huxi Fringing Reef Bay. These ao had flat shorelines with fine sand and smooth pebbles, which made it easier for fishermen to manually drag their heavy bamboo rafts up and down the beach every single day.
Wow. Can you imagine the physical strength required to drag a boat across the sand every morning? I get tired just carrying my backpack from the ferry.
Well, maybe you need to eat more local food to build up some muscle, Alex. Because let me tell you, the food culture in Xiaoliuqiu is absolutely mouth-watering and completely unique.
Oh, now we are talking. Let's get into the food. First up, we have to mention a legendary dish called beehive shrimp, or 分敲蟹, which you can find at places like Gaoji local cuisine. Sophia, describe this masterpiece because it blows my mind every time.
It is literally a work of art. The chef takes fresh white shrimp, coats them in batter, and deep fries them in a massive wok of boiling oil. But here's the magic trick. The chef takes whisked egg yolks and pours them through a colander or a slotted spoon directly into the hot oil. The egg instantly fries into these beautiful, golden, crispy threads that intertwine and create a structure that looks exactly like a natural honeycomb. It's incredibly crispy on the outside, juicy on the inside, and it was actually served at official state banquets.
My mouth is literally watering right now. Intertwine is a great word, too. It means to twist or twine together. Those golden egg threads intertwine to make that crispy beehive. Now, If you want something sweet and fluffy for breakfast, you have to go to Hung Mama Breakfast Shop and get the Ben's Bun or Benshi Bao.
Haha! Yes! It's shaped exactly like the three-pointed star logo of a Mercedes-Benz car. It's a fluffy, steamed baozi, but when you take a bite into that soft, chewy dough, watch out. A volcanic eruption of boiling, molten brown sugar syrup will come bursting out. It's an absolute must-try Taiwanese breakfast, but honestly, it should come with a warning label for your tongue.
Oh, I learned that the hard way. I ended up with brown sugar syrup all over my shirt and a minor burn on my chin. Totally worth it, though. Another traditional snack you'll find everywhere is liuqiu kueh, or traditional firewood pink kueh. The savory liuqiu kueh is made of rice paste mixed with finely shredded pumpkin or taro. They pan-fry it until both sides are perfectly golden brown and crispy, and then they douse it in a special garlic soy sauce. The texture is a beautiful mix of crispy crust and soft aromatic interior.
Pure comfort food. Now, if you're a cheese lover, there is a place that is completely chaotic but totally worth the madness. The Little Tadpole Cheese Pancake or Xiaoliuqiu Kisi Bing.
Oh gosh, that place is legendary. Their booking system is insane. They open their phone lines at exactly 10 a.m. every morning for reservations, and the lines get completely jammed within seconds. If you're lucky enough to get through, you get this freshly fried golden pocket of dough stuffed with your choice of tuna, beef, or chicken, combined with a ridiculous, ungodly amount of gooey, stretchy mozzarella cheese. When you pull it apart, the cheese strings stretch out for miles.
It's the definition of a cheese pull, truly a viral-worthy snack. And speaking of old-school flavors, you can't miss xiangxi noodles, named after the traditional firewood stove they use. They use red brick ovens fired by local firewood to slow-cook their signature braised minced meat sauce. The dry noodles are topped with this deeply fragrant, smoky meat sauce. And if you like spicy food, you absolutely must add a spoonful of their homemade ghost pepper chili sauce. It will wake up your taste buds instantly.
Yeah, it will wake them up and then set them on fire. But it's so addictive, you just can't stop eating. Now, since Xiaoliuqiu is surrounded by the ocean, they also have some incredible seafood specialties, particularly mahi-mahi, which locals call guitudao, or ghost head knife fish, and flying fish roe.
Oh, yes. You can get crispy salt and pepper fried mahi-mahi, which is super tender on the inside. Or you can try flying fish roe cheese flatbreads. Near the exit of Black Dwarf Cave, they even sell deep-fried flying fish and sausages packed with popping flying fish roe. In English, we describe that texture as popping or bursting with flavor because the tiny eggs literally pop in your mouth as you chew.
It's such a fun texture to eat. And finally, before you board the ferry back to the mainland, you have to grab some souvenirs. The ultimate snack to walk around with is a haogi shao, or sea turtle cake, which are these cute, turtle-shaped pancakes filled with custard or red bean, sold along Minshan Road. And of course, you cannot leave without buying boxes of Xiaoliuqiu mahua rolls, or ham twists.
Yes, the famous mahua rolls. They are hand-twisted dough strips, deep-fried and then coated in various flavors, like brown sugar, seaweed, plum powder, or pepper salt. They are super crunchy, not greasy at all, and they make the perfect snack to share with your friends and family back home.
Wow, we've covered a lot today. From swimming with majestic green sea turtles at Vase Rock, scrambling through the coral mazes of Black Dwarf Cave, experiencing the deep community cohesion of the triennial king boat ceremony, to eating our weight in beehive shrimp and explosive Ben's buns. Xiaoliuqiu truly is a treasure island.
It really is. I hope our listeners learned some great new English vocabulary today, like brimming, erosion, lore, triennial, and cohesion. More importantly, we hope this episode inspired you to visit this magical island and experience its natural wonders and rich cultural traditions firsthand.
Well, that's all the time we have for today's episode of Explore Taiwan. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Don't forget to subscribe, leave us a review, and share this episode with your fellow English learners or travel buddies. Until next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.